Hey there, everyone. I've had such a blast these last couple of weeks. I've been to some thrift stores and found some amazing things, and hopefully, I can resell these on eBay for a little bit of profit. We have an amazing local thrift store that I had not been to before up until just a few months ago. My mom had been to it and had told me about it, but where I used to work a full time job, I wasn't able to get there within their open hours. So now that I'm not working right now, I can go whenever I feel like it. And it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing because I can spend several hours at this place because it's so big. There's so many things to look at. But here are some of the things that I have found so far the last 2 weeks. This first set of pants is Banana Republic, and they're a size 6, and they are bright orange, as you can tell. I was hesitant to get them because they're a size 6 because I've heard that smaller sizes take longer to sell, but at $2, they were just hard to pass up. I did look through on eBay to see if there were any like these pants, and then I went to the sold section of the search to see if any had sold. I'll probably go ahead and list them for around $18, and if they don't sell within a couple of months, I'll just go down on the price. This next item, I was pretty excited to find it. It is the Victoria's Secret brand, but it's the pink label, and it's just a gray house robe. It has some sequins on it along the arms that say pink, and it was selling on eBay for around $40. So after I washed it and started to package it and put it away until it sells, I noticed that the loops on the robe had been cut off, and I didn't even realize that there was no belt on this robe. So I'll just have to charge a little less for this robe because of that. But I barely even noticed those had been cut off. And it's just one of those things when you're at a thrift store, you don't notice things because you're trying to hurry, look up things, and get out of there. And unfortunately, it was just something that I missed while I was in the store. But I only paid $5 for this robe, so hopefully I can still get around 30 out of it. This next item is a Callaway sports vest. I guess it's mostly for golf. I paid $2 for it. And I'll probably end up listing this one for around $18. Again, I just paid 2 for it. Next, I found this large Free Country men's jacket. I wasn't familiar with the Free Country brand. I think this had a price tag of $5 on it. But I figured since winter's coming up, people are going to need coats and jackets, that this would probably be a good item to try to resell. This same jacket was selling for $65 new with tags on eBay, so I'll probably list mine around 40 to start off with. This store has wonderful prices on their clothing. They can be a little high on some other items, but our Goodwill is pretty high. I think they want like $8 for a pair of pants, $4 for a shirt. Next is this orange sweater. It is French Connection. And when I felt of this sweater at first, it felt so soft and buttery, and I thought, it has to be expensive. So I went ahead and picked it up. Now, one of the things about being in this store is that the moment you walk in here, you lose your internet signal. So I can't always use Google Lens or look it up on eBay, which frustrates me. And sometimes I just have to take a chance and hope that I'm making a good decision when I'm purchasing things. Next is this men's chaps jacket that I paid $3 for. When I started looking on eBay, this jacket was anywhere from $15 to maybe $25. I only paid 3, so I'll probably just list it maybe around $20 to start with. And if it doesn't sell, I'll just go down a little bit. I am still very guilty now of getting in a thrift store and seeing a brand that seems to be good, or if there's just a really good deal on things, like they have all shirts for just $1 or 50 cents. I can't help but get into the mindset that that's a good deal. Let me just grab everything because it's almost free. And one of the things that sort of backfired on me was this Banana Republic sweater that I thought looked so good. The day that I got this sweater, I think it was on sale for $1. They had all the sweaters and shirts for women for $1. So I picked it up, took it home, washed it, got ready to take pictures, and then bam, I noticed this hole in the collar. And I'm not sure how I missed that, but I think it was just the way the shirt was hanging on the hanger, and it just didn't hang a way that showed this little hole. So I'm not sure if I can fix it. I don't think I can, because if I try to stitch it up, it's just going to be obvious that it's gathered there. So I'm just probably just going to redonate it, or maybe find another use for it around my house. And like I mentioned before, this room is quite big. They have another room right next to this one that just has clothing and shoes, but I could probably spend all day in here if I tried. I love looking through everything, and there's so much that you miss just looking at things that you wouldn't think you would normally miss. I come in here maybe once or twice a week. Some of the things I noticed that's been here for a few months, and then I miss the new things. So there's always a lot of people here, and sometimes the clothing section does get a little crowded, so I end up coming in this room and spending most of my time. They have everything spread out on the tables. They do have a section that has puzzles, which I like to look through the puzzle section to see if there's any that's new in a box. And here you can tell, even in my shopping cart today, that I found a puzzle new and packaged, and it was only $2. And most of the time, I can usually find at least one puzzle that hasn't been opened on just about every trip that I come. Me and my husband, we like to work puzzles, but we tend to do those more in the wintertime when we're not outside going places that much, and it gives us a little something to do at home. I have learned to like going through the clothes a lot more, especially since I know that their prices are so good here. They can be a little raggedy looking sometimes. I guess you could say that they're not the best quality. You can tell that they've been really worn. But then I find many items that still have the tags on them, which really surprises me how many clothes people don't wear. Well, I hope you've enjoyed seeing some of the things that I picked out at this thrift store over the last week or two. And be sure to tune in next week to see my amazing purse haul, where I found a ton of handbags and purses that I need to clean up to get ready to sell. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next video.